Are you bored already? Hey everyone, it's Tracy Steen of Move Daily Fitness. Welcome back. This is Quentin, Q. Some of you have called him Clint.
No, don't like that.
They did. They're like, hey, is Clinton gonna be on your show?
Someone called me Queenie the other day. Somehow Quentin sounds like Queenie.
Okay, well, Quentin is going to lead us on a little workout today. He's doing arms predominantly, so bis, tris, shoulders.
Sure.
No?
Well,
you tell us.
I was just gonna do arms for today.
Okay. So we'll show you all of those coming up. Make sure that you just let your husbands or men in your life know. They could follow along with Quentin here. And we're gonna let you do your own warm-up, so make sure that you get nice and warm, ready to go. If you don't have one, click the card at the top of the screen and you can follow along with that one right there. All right. All right, Quentin, you're up.
All right.
Let's move daily.
All right, so we're gonna start with a bicep exercise followed by a tricep exercise. And one of the things that I want you guys to do, it's not about the amount of weight you're lifting, it's how you're lifting. So form is everything. Form over function, for sure. So what I want you to do is I'll try to lead you along as if, and give you little tips along the way that will help you with your form and really target that muscle. So the main thing that we're gonna be doing is focusing on that muscle. If you don't feel focus on that muscle, then maybe change your weights, maybe up your weights, maybe down your weights. I'm just gonna use 25s for now, dumbbells, and walk you through an arm exercise followed by a tricep exercise, all right? So let's get going. So we're gonna start with the consummate one arm dumbbell curl. And so we'll go independent, so it'll be just one arm after the other. So we start with this. Make sure your hands are nice and straight, and make sure that you feel that in your biceps, and we begin to curl. So one, nice and slow. Two, we're gonna keep 12 reps. So we're at 6, nice and slow. 8, 10, and that's 12. I think it's 12. Okay, now what I want you to do is we're going to do now your triceps and just tricep kickbacks, okay? So we're gonna do those for 12. 1, 2, 3, 11, and 12. Okay, put the weights down, grab something to drink if you want, and we're gonna start the next set. We're gonna do 3 sets, but this time I'm gonna bring the reps down, and I'm gonna give you some pointers to focus more on the muscles, your biceps and triceps, okay? So grab your weights again. This time we're gonna do a set of 10. But this time what I want you to do is when you bring up your bicep, your curl, I want you to take your curl and turn it inside and squeeze, okay? So before it was just straight up, this time it's gonna be up and in and squeeze. Really, really important. You gotta feel that muscle. So let's start, we'll do 10. 1, 2, 3. The other thing I want you to do as you're doing this is focus on your stomach and your core. So what it would be helpful for you to keep your form is to make sure that your core is activated muscle-wise. So that would be tightness of your abs. Okay? All right? And one more. Okay, now we're going to switch to tricep kickbacks again, but this time we're going to do 10. And what I want you to do is focusing on not just pulling it back, but pulling it back and then pushing your thumbs to the wall. See that movement? See how different that is in the contraction of your muscle? So it's not just that, but it's now that and tweak it out, okay? And when you're standing this, make sure your back is as straight as it can get. Keep your knees bent a bit because that takes the pressure off your lower back. If you're like me, I have sciatic issues every so often, so it's really important to do that. So once again, with your stomach, with your tummy or stomach, however you wanna, whatever you wanna call it. I'm not cool enough to call it a stomach all the time. So keep those muscles contracted in your abdomen. Keep that back as flat as you can with your head up. And here we go for 10. 1, kick back. 2, 3, 4. And last one. And hold this one. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and down. Take a break. Grab some H2O, because that's important. Okay? Grab your dumbbells again. This time, we're gonna do 8. But what I want you to do is not just bring it in and curl it out, but we're gonna hold it for 2 seconds, okay? So here we go. Ready? 1 and 2. Keep that muscle contracted. Remember your stomach. Keep your knees bent. 1, 2. 1, 2. Last one. Hold it. Hold it. Good. Okay. Same thing with triceps. You're gonna do 8 reps, except this time when we kick it out, you notice the last rep we held it a bit in the previous set. We're gonna do that all the way through. We're gonna hold it for a count of 2 at the end. Do that for 10. Okay. If you're finding it's too difficult with your weights, drop them. If it's too easy, pull your weight up. So, or increase your weight by 5, 10 pounds, whatever you feel comfortable with. But again, don't go up in weight and lose form. Okay, that's the most important thing. Here we go. Back, nice and loosey. Bend your knees. Is that even a word, loosey?
I don't think so.
Okay, what's the name? And then face the wall. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, and 10. All right. Drop weights, grab a drink. So, what we're gonna do is if you can grab a bench, if you have a bench or just a chair, we're gonna do, now we did that alternating. This time, what we're gonna do is we're going to, if you have a bench, be great to lean back. If not, you can lean up. Once again, just like you're standing, it's important to engage your core. So that means keep your stomach nice and taut or tight. And we're gonna do this together, okay? So we're gonna do a set of 12 first, and then we'll do this very similar to the tweaking we did in the last rotation. Okay, here we go. Start with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, and 12. Okay, drop one of the weights. And what we're going to do is we're going to do, it's very similar to kickback, but it's overhead. So I find it very helpful when I do this to grab like my rib cage so that I can keep my arm in place. So we're going to do a set of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then switch. Once again, if the weight's too much, then lower your weight. If it's not enough, then increase it, but increase it in small increments. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, drop your weight, grab a drink, we'll repeat. So, let's grab the weights again, and if you have a bench, then what I'm gonna do is get you to lean back a bit. It's the same exercise. This time we're gonna do 10 reps. And what I want you to do, like the first circuit we did, is focus on the squeeze up top, okay? We're gonna squeeze it up top when we do them, all right? All right, here we go. If you can lean back, great. If not, just a little bit back, but again, keep that stomach really, really tight. Okay, here we go. 1, and there we go. Drop 1, overhead, grab that rib cage. And what I want you to do in this one, we're gonna do 10, but I want you to hold it for a second at the bottom, right? That's what I want you to do, and then we'll do 10 reps of those. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, switch sides. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, drop the weight. It's really important that you set yourself up right so that you can do the exercise right. That's a really helpful thing when you're in a gym because you have a mirror so you can see what angles are at. Sometimes I used to have a shoulder injury. Actually, I blew out my C3 about 7 years ago, and it took me 2 years to recover. It was so bad that I couldn't even bench just a bar. Anyways, so you might notice that in my exercises, this one arm is a little bit slower to react, a little bit weaker, and that's the reason. And that's why I tell you, it's okay to drop the weight for that if you have an issue like that. so that you can give it enough time for it to catch up and to become as strong as the other one. All right, so this time in this circuit, we're gonna do the exact same thing, except what I want you to do is when you bring it back down, they'll throw it in there a little bit, I want you to, almost like a tricep, squeeze. So we're gonna take it from the bottom, after we do our rep, we're squeezing at the bottom, then we're gonna bring it back up and squeeze, okay? So it's a squeeze on the way up, squeeze on the way down, okay? The best way to get a tweak on the back end of the squeeze is by kicking it out. Okay, here we go. 1. Kick it back. 2. Hold it. Bring it down, kick it back. 3. Bring it down, kick it back. 4. 2 more. One more. Okay, drop the weight. This time we're gonna do 10, except we're gonna hold it at the bottom, and then when we're up top, we're gonna flare it out, okay? Now, just be careful when you flare it out, because when you flare it out, sometimes if you're not ready for it, it'll just drop, and if it drops like that, you're gonna have a big shoulder problem. Ready? Up. 1, flare it out. Bring it back down, hold it. Up, flare. 2. Bring it back down. Up, 3, flare it out. Not too much, just enough. Again, you're looking for muscle contraction. You've got to feel it in your muscle all the way down. You should be able to feel that right in here as you hold it. And then when you tweak it out, you should be able to feel it in here. Two more. One more. Okay, here we go. You should feel a burn. If you're not feeling a burn, you should increase your weights. Again, just in small increments. 5, 10 pounds, no more. Two more. There you go. Okay, drop the weights. Grab a drink of water, and we'll move to our next circuit. Okay, so I'm going to be using a bar for this next one. It's a little bit of a different bar. It's not a normal bench bar, but it's a thicker bar, and I like it. And it allows me to contract my muscles all the way through the exercise more efficiently. So, but if you don't have a bar, just go back to your dumbbells, and we're going to curl the same way as if it's a straight bar. Just imagine, keep your wrists as if they're hanging onto a straight bar all the way through, okay? So we're going to do a set of 12, and then we're going to move to a tricep exercise. If you have another bench, 2 benches to use, or 2 chairs, you can use whatever, just to elevate yourself, that would be great. If not, you can always just use the floor. All right, so we're going to start with 12 reps. And again, use the weight that you can do 12 reps with. Kind of the standard that I use is using as you move forward, as you progress. I don't know where you guys are at, but my regular routines when I do 12 or 8 or 10 reps, I always try to make sure that by 12 I'm feeling it. In other words, that's my exhaustion point. So that requires me usually to jack my weights up a bit so that when I get to 12, I'm really feeling it. Not just being able to get to 12 and it feels like nothing. You need to feel this. So whatever weight that looks like. So I'm gonna grab the straight bar, we're gonna do 12. Okay, once again, keep your knees bent a bit, keep your upper backs like nice and straight, keep your chest out, and lock those hands in, all right? And keep it even all the way through the movement. Okay, here we go, for 12. 1, 2, 3, And 2 more. All right, now we'll go to triceps. And again, we're gonna do 12, nice and slow, okay? So follow my count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, good. Grab a water. So let's do this again. This time we're gonna do 10 reps. But what you may have noticed before the last set is I slowly began to bring up the bar so it was eye level. That's what I want you to do now. Really focus on getting it to eye level. It's a very different exercise than just up to here, right, your chest. So grab the bar or your dumbbells, right, and keep those arms straight, and we're gonna bring it up. So what'll end up happening is the best way to keep your form is to put a little bit of breath into your rib cage and expand your lats as your back is straight so that you have that to activate as well, right? Makes a stronger movement. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1. Drop the weight. For those of you guys find these tricep exercises easy, very simple thing to do is grab anything that's weighty, even your child, I guess, I suppose. Put it on your lap, and then you might need some help putting it on your lap from somebody. And then we're gonna do this 10 reps. But what I want you to do up top, or what I want you to do at the bottom is I want you to hold it and then push up. Okay, here we go, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. The tricky part about this is where the injuries happen is getting this damn thing off your legs. The more you stack up, more treacherous it becomes. Okay, grab a water break and we'll finish with our final. Okay, we'll do another circuit here. Change it up a bit. Again, we're gonna go with the bar at eye level, but at this time I want you to squeeze it, okay, for a count of 2. And we'll go drop it down to 8 reps. So we should get those good reps in there. Here we go. Hold it for a count of 2 up top. Eye level. 1, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Squeeze those biceps. Squeeze them. There you go. Squeeze them. Seven. And 8. Squeeze, hold, 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 and down. All right, once again, we're gonna do 10 reps of these. I'll put a plate on. This time what I want you to do is hold it like at the bottom like we did the last set. And then when you get to the top, squeeze those triceps. And I find it easier to grab the bench and squeeze it with my hands so that I'm getting that contraction. All right? Here we go. For 10. Down, up, squeeze. Down, up, and squeeze. Down, up, and squeeze. One more. There we go. Okay. Go ahead, grab a water, and then we'll finish with, I'm gonna throw in a bonus. How about that? So what we're gonna do for this final circuit is we're gonna do a bicep exercise called hammer curls. And again, what's really important is your posture here and your contraction of your muscle. And then we're gonna move to a tricep extension. And so I'm gonna use the bar again. So if you have a bar, you can use the bar. If not, you just use the dumbbells. But this is gonna look different on the tricep. So on your dumbbells, we're gonna do it behind the neck, like that, okay? That's the exercise. If you have a bar, you can follow me. What I'll do is I'll go between tricep exercises so you can make sure you know what you're doing. All right, so grab whatever weight you want. Do 12 reps. We'll do an alternate hammer curl. Okay, here we go. And hammer curls are pretty simple, but again, it's all about the form. Okay, so it's up and down. Up and down. 2. 3. 'Remember that tummy, keep it tight. All right, like I said, we're gonna go to triceps. I'm gonna use the bar, but again, if you don't have a bar, you can always use a dumbbell behind the head, okay, like that. And seated would be better if you can. Standing, it just puts undue pressure on your lower back, and if you're like me, that's not cool, because I'm 50 and I don't have much back left. All right, here we go. We're gonna do 12. Two more. Course. Okay, so grab the dumbbells again. Again, if it was too light, up your weight. If it was too heavy, lower your weight, okay? Again, it's form. Keep your knees bent a bit, stomach in, nice and tight, activate that core, and here we go. We're gonna do 10 reps, but this time, I want you to squeeze it up top, okay? Just follow my lead. Here we go. 1, squeeze. Squeeze. Just saw a dog go by me, bigger than the master. It was all very hairy, looked like a dairy cow with fur. Go figure. There you go. One more. All right, as promised, I'll show you what the dumbbell one looks like. Same exercise. And this time we're gonna do 10, but I want you to hold it up top, squeeze. Okay, the best way to squeeze it is by squeezing the actual dumbbell. Okay, the head of it, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that back straight, keep that stomach nice and tight. There you go. Okay, here we go. This time, we're gonna change it up a bit, and we're not gonna do it alternate, we're gonna do it together, okay? So, both arms are going, both arms are squeezing for 10 reps. Here we go. 1. Oh, and by the way, on the way down, kick it out. 2. Kick it out. 3. And when I mean kick it out, what I'm doing is point your thumbs to the back wall. There you go. I don't even know if you did it right, but I'm just making this stuff up. Two more. Okay. And the last overhead extension. Again, I'm going to use a bar. If you don't have a bar, use a dumbbell. Here we go. 1. Bring it behind your head as far as you can without compromising your form and without hurting your back. I should have probably started this whole thing by something quickie statement like guns out, sun's out, or sun's out or guns out, but that's usually my 20-year-old boys that say that. So it's okay to be spaghetti arm because the exercise I just showed you, and maybe some more in the future, will slowly build that mass. But again, it's form over function, and the right form will always bring you function, okay? All right, see you later.
Okay, thanks for joining us. I hope that you got a great workout in. Thanks, Quentin. You look a little pumped. So I'm gonna take advantage of that later. It's funny because it's true. Okay, stop talking. Back it up, back it up. All right, make sure you go move daily in your fitness, wellness, and nutrition. Hey, if you want to work out from me, click or tap the screen here or here. See you guys.